What's up, Soul Tribe? Welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. So I know I'm late posting the Back to Sender 3 times over reading, okay? But really it's not a reading, it's more of a message, okay? Because a lot of people in the energy are worried about backfires, return to senders. Well, first of all, there's a big difference in a return to sender and then when something is backfiring. A return to sender is exactly what it is. It's like finding out somebody did something to you, and then you say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do something about it, and whatever they did to you, you send it back to them. Okay, that's exactly what a back to sender is. Whatever was sent to you, you sending it back to the person that sent it. Okay, now a backfire to me is worse than a back to sender, because a backfire is your ancestors deciding to take matters into their own hands, okay? A back to sender is you deciding to take matters into your own hands. Now, when it's a backfire, that means that the work is not going to work and it did not work, okay? And that means that it's going to boomerang regardless of whether you want it to or not. And usually, under those circumstances, you are a very highly protected person, okay? Spiritually, that's what that means. Now, a backfire, this is why you have to be careful of the type of work that you send. You understand? Because, see, a lot of people send work when they're angry, or a lot of people do it just because they want to be funny and they want to see the results of what's going to happen. But God forbid it's a backfire, because whatever you send, right, it's going to backfire on you. And usually with a backfire, the consequences and penalty is it don't just come back. It's like you have to suffer in the comeback of whatever it is. Meaning you are going to end up going through a cycle, okay? Whatever you were trying to send somebody else and it backfires, you'll be the one to go through that cycle. So say you were going to do something, you do something against somebody and it's a 3-year cycle for that person. Okay, so say it backfires. It's going to return to you and you're going to get hit 3 times over. So what was only going to be a 3-year cycle for who you sent it to is going to be a 9-year cycle for you. Like I said, you got to be careful when you play with work out of anger, out of wanting to be funny and play a trick or prank or something. You have to be careful with what you do. Okay, I was listening to a reading a few days ago, and this lady was saying these mean girls. It was something about a mean girl reading, and they were doing spell work on this girl that they didn't like, and they wanted her teeth to fall out, her hair to fall out, and then what happened was she was protected. So everything that they sent this woman, it backfired. So they're losing their hair, they're losing their teeth. They're like, oh my God, what's happening? It's a backfire. Okay? So when maybe she was going to have a few teeth fall out, okay, not only is that going to be something that could be a problem for you, but it could be a lot worse. You understand what I mean? It could be bad enough where you could end up having to have surgery. Okay, so this is why I'm saying, to me, backfires are worse than a back to sender, because back to senders are you taking matters into your own hands, and then backfires are your spiritual team taking matters into their own hands. And honestly, you want to see your spiritual team at work. Okay? Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Listen, nobody can serve up justice and revenge like the Most High. I've seen some people do me wrong, and I say, you know what, that's all right. I'm going to just, I'm going to take the hit. I'm going to let them feel like, they really shitted on me. They really got away with something. And then, like, later on, sometimes it can take a long time to see it. But when you see it, you know it. You're like, uh-huh. You thought you was going to get away with what you did, but you see, it came back, right? Listen, whatever you do in this lifetime, it comes back to haunt you, good or bad. So be careful with the work that you send out. Especially if it's some work you don't want to come back to you, don't do it. That death magic shit, okay? You see in my readings, there are people freaking out, finding out that this is coming back to them. But that's something that you have to be willing to accept. If it don't work, there could be a possibility that it'll come back to you, and you're going to have to know how to deal with it, how to heal from it. Okay, you can't press charges against it. I did a reading in the past, and then I heard another reader saying that there's this group of people that they want a refund from, their practitioner. It's like, there's no such thing. Work is work. Even if it don't work, you can't prove that they didn't put in the work. There are no refunds. You know what I mean? Let me explain that for those who don't understand. Okay? And I'm telling you, these people I was listening to in that reading, if they keep messing with that practitioner, they're going to mess around and find out. Okay? They're going to mess around and find out. And a lot of people get mad at the practitioner for the work not working. But there's nothing that a practitioner can do about spiritual protection, God's protection. Right? Sometimes they don't even see it coming themselves. Honestly, God doesn't make your protection visible. Because if people could see that you were protected by God, they would never try you. So honestly, spiritual protection is invisible. You understand? It shows up when it needs to. That's the ram in the bush. It was always there. You just could never see it. You understand? Those are truly undercover brothers. Okay? On a spiritual sense, though. But that is the message about the back to sender, how that works, and how the return to sender works. Okay? Not the back to sender. Yeah, the back to sender and return to sender, the same thing. But I mean backfire. Okay? Big difference in a return to sender and a backfire. Okay? And really, to raise your protection, all you have to do is raise your vibration. And to do that, you have to tap into what? You have to do the inner work. It's that simple, but it sounds simple, but it's really not that simple. Okay? We got the Chariot. Okay? You could be the victory. You could have the victory. You could be the winner. No lies told. But you got to do the work. Deception. You can't allow yourself to be deceived. Okay? 3 of Wands. You got to have the desire and be willing to take the risk. Okay? 8 of Swords. You will be tested. Okay? Some people could be like in a state of isolation and they feel like it's punishment. But it's what you doing in your moments of isolation. What are you doing? You thinking about ways to be deceptive? So your intentions, right? Deception is only going to leave you in judgment. You understand? You're trying to be in the star energy. You can't be deceptive. You have to do the work. And that's not by putting the work on somebody else, right? Because you only end up at the 10 of Swords when you try to steal blessings. You understand? So if you really want to celebrate, start off by celebrating yourself. You understand? Because I'm telling you, you only put yourself in the energy of having tower moments. Ending up at the 4 of Swords. That's your justice. Okay? When you don't do the work. But I hope this was information for anybody that wanted to know the difference between a return to sender and then a backfire. Okay? I hope it helped. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, stay blessed, stay safe, stay positive, and have a good one. Later.